Okay. All right, so a little bit of politics came up in the comments of one of my videos, and I'll talk about that. Now, I'm not one to shy away from politics, and it's also one thing to remember that politics aren't black and white. And I think that's what a lot of people's issue is that we're being told that if you don't subscribe to this one ideology within the party's like mindset, right? Or how do I say that right? If you don't believe everything this certain group believes, then you don't belong to that certain group. Which, whatever, fuck it. I'm still gonna vote that way because I think that that's the right direction, right? So, now the guy that was commenting, he wasn't being a dick, and he wasn't. I get what he's trying to say. He wasn't trying to say, what do you use? Incongruous? See, I can't do it. I looked it up. I had to Google it. Incongruous. Let me know. Let me know in the comments how badly I butchered that. And he's not wrong. Some of my beliefs aren't in harmony, which is essentially what that word means, with the party that I vote for, that I'm registered as, right? I'm registered as a Republican, but I do have some ideas that don't jive. Now, I'm on board with a lot of it, not all of it. I can't give you any examples right now. We'd have to go through a list, like, okay, yes, yes, no, no, yes, no, yes. But that doesn't mean that I can't either vote that direction or I can't belong to that group, okay? And that's the whole thing, is politics are not cut and dry. We've been led to believe that you're either one side or the other side, right? Which, I mean, think about what Obi-Wan said. Only a Sith deals in absolutes. Which is funny because that's an absolute. So, kind of a little, what are you trying to say, Obi-Wan? Come on, dog. But I think that's something that we need to get away from as a society, because you got to think that they're doing this on purpose. This is all on purpose. Things don't just happen anymore. You know, like, yeah, the lightning might strike, but that's an act of God. Anything that's like that deals with politics or society or whatever, that's not on accident. That's on purpose. We are being conditioned to hate each other, and it's working. I hear it all the time. Oh, well, if you believe that, then you're a Republican, you know? Or what, you know, you and the MAGA Republicans, or over here, the woke left, whatever. Again, I don't have any examples for you right now, but it's just more of a concept that I'm talking about. The concept of us being split up into a two-party system, which already, no bueno. I don't like that. What's the alternative? I don't know. I don't know, dude. But there's got to be a better way, you know. I'm all for, you know, the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. I'm all about it. Everything in there was revolutionary for the time. But things change, you know, and you work bugs out of things. The first version of anything isn't great. But we have to remember to stop and think. If we disagree with somebody, that doesn't make them the enemy. Okay? They're not the enemy. Now this happened a lot with, here I'm doing it right now, but this happened a lot with the left side media. And in turn, the right side media did it too. But two bads don't make good. Okay? Pointing out hypocrisy, that's fine. But turning around and doing the same thing isn't fine. So one side was demonized, and still are actually, which is not fair. It's not fair, and it's not okay. The Republican Party is demonized as being fascist, racists, and they must be stopped. I mean, you don't hear that rhetoric from the right side. And if you do, they're outliers. They're not the majority. Most of us just want to fucking knock it off, get over it, find compromise, and get along. But when you keep pushing the goalpost farther and farther away, at some point you're going to be like, okay, what's going on here? And what I mean by that is, you know, it's not very eloquent. I'm not a very eloquent guy, as you probably realize. You can't keep calling somebody a racist, a fascist, a bigot, like the worst person in the whole universe, and get away with it. It's just not going to happen. It's not okay. You can't do that. It's libel. It's not cool, dude. It's like that whole thing. Hey, Mr. So-and-so, when did you stop beating your wife? Now you put them on defense, and then the people who don't look into anything are going to say, oh, he beat his wife? Oh, that's awesome. That's freaking awful. Well, no, he never did. Someone just said that. And that's what happened to the right side. And the right side, in turn, just starts mocking and criticizing every single little thing that the left side does. I don't think anyone needs to be watching the news anymore. It doesn't matter if you're watching CNN, MSNBC, Fox, ABC, it doesn't matter. Just turn that shit off, because they don't give a fuck. Their only thing, their whole deal is money. They have to make money. And they make money using sensationalism, using fear-mongering. And basically, if they're not lying, they're bending the truth to match what they're trying to say. So turn the radio off, turn the freaking TV off, stop listening to these talking heads and pundits trying to persuade you and tell you what to think, and think on your own. And I think that's where a lot of what I say gets mixed up and jumbled up in people's perception of me. I'm not parroting anything that I've seen or heard. This is me talking about me and what I think and what I feel. I'm not over here saying, well, that's what they said on Waters World. Is his name Waters or Walter? That's what Rachel Maddow said. That's what Chris Tucker said. I'm not, or not Chris Tucker. What's his name? Tucker Carlson. Who's Chris Tucker? The actor, right? That's not what I'm about. And I don't think anyone should be about that either. Because, like I said, they're not telling you the truth. They're lying to you, or stretching the truth, to make things a bigger deal than they actually are, to sow a divide, so that way they guarantee one side will be on their side forever. What's going on over here? We got like a party? Is it a party? Oh, I'm not invited. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to... Are they waiting for something to die? They're waiting for that deer to get hit so they can eat him. That's crazy. I mean, maybe not, but that would be funny. So I just wanted to throw that out there. I identify, I guess you could say, as a Republican, as a conservative, because that's where the majority of my opinions lie, not all. Also because a little bit of spite. There's no way I'm going to vote for people that call the other side racist, fascists, and have to be stopped. Essentially, not exactly inciting violence, but pretty damn close. Pretty damn freaking close. I can't support that. What I would love to see is the whole system reworked. I would like to see, instead of a federal government that rules over all, we would have the states individually running what they have going on. Because what happens here in Oregon does not matter to what's happening in Maine or Massachusetts or New York. It doesn't matter. Sure, we all fall under the same category as Americans, but dude, I live an entirely different life than you. I have a different dialect. I have a different sense of self, I guess. We live at 3 hours apart. So shut it down. Your only thing should be like an alliance, almost like a United States. It's so hard for me to put into words, but the system now obviously isn't working. It's not working. It worked probably fine for the first 100 or 2 years, but now we're at the point where we're at each other's heads. One side claims that they're right, the other side claims that they're right. But remember, your neighbor, let's say you have one guy, he's flying a Trump flag. Another guy, he's flying a Biden flag. Well, they're neighbors. They go outside, they're mowing the lawn at the same time. Are they not still two dudes mowing the yard? Still have to go to work to put food on the table for their family? Still have likes and interests and dislikes and a hobby? Are they not basically the same? The only thing that's different is that they have different ideas. So are those ideas what makes them bad? Or is it the man that makes them bad? Like, what makes them bad? And why are they bad? Why should they be considered bad? They're your neighbor, right? You're damn near sleeping on top of each other. Like, it doesn't make sense. And again, this goes back into the whole what we've been taught and programmed and told to think and say and do. Don't trust them. I don't know. Does that make sense? Let me know. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for tagging along.